ఇది మాది వర్క్ అయినట్టుంది ఇప్పుడే.
Ainda, is it is working?
Okay, sir, 1 second, I will check.
If
It's working, and sir, it's working.
it's working, so I'll stop it here then.
Okay.
I'm not going to continue it.
The video is not unavailable. Uh, and sir, it's working.
It's working, so I'll stop it here.
Okay, sir.
I'm not going to continue it. Right, sir? Is it okay?
Yes, now okay, sir.
Right. So thank you, friends, and thank you for being so patient in between. So it's always a challenge for us technically. So now, before I get onto the slides and discuss what are the actual aspects, I really wanted to discuss with many of you these things, because when you are becoming a cybersecurity expert, in other words, I can say you are going to carry a licensed gun. You are going to work as a police, a digital police who is carrying a licensed gun and who will be really helping the society to be safe and secure. So this is what happens when you're becoming a cybersecurity expert. When I say police, many people will be excited because even I was an aspirant of IPS. Now today, what is that you are going to do in a company? What are the basic information or knowledge one should have to become a cybersecurity expert? What sort of job roles you have in the companies? What sort of information you get in terms of these companies? So I think the YouTube link is also properly working now, guys. You can share with your friends, and Sarah has given. So, sir, I don't think I need to use this because we are properly over here. So now, before we go ahead and keep the slides, before we go ahead and start the slides, I initially wanted to say a few couple of technical aspects that you need to learn. Many of our people are from computer science background. Even though you're not from computer science background, you can still learn analytics or cyber security, ethical hacking, anything. Now I'll tell you some real-time cases what happened when wrong people learn cybersecurity. What is going to happen? 6 months back, we were working on some of the cases, and in one of the case, we found four students. We caught hold of four students who were actually found in a place near Hyderabad, and there were a couple of allegations on them. We really didn't get to know what were they. But when these people were brought back, I mean, the parents said that they could not find their kids since the last 2 3 days. When they were found, they were tracked out, they were brought to the police station, and we asked them, "Where did you go?" I mean, the inquiry was going on, all the answers were given. To all the surprise of the parents, for these four students, they found that these guys have got one of the costliest car in a second hand price. They purchased a car. Where did this car come from? The parents said, "We did not help these people to buy a car." And they also had enough cash in their accounts. Where did they get all these things from? And after a lot of investigation and discussions, what we found is these people have learned ethical hacking. They just left the ethics aside and they started doing hacking. There is always a minor thin line between ethical and non-ethical. It should be always good that you learn ethical hacking in such a way that you use it for good. That's why I said it's like a licensed revolver. You can carry a revolver as long as it is licensed officially. You cannot show a revolver outside if it is not licensed or allowed to use outside. So there are a lot of challenges if you want to become a cybersecurity expert. Now, for whom is this good? How is that you are going to learn? I saw many people showing live on Zoom sessions or WebEx about ethical hacking and all these things. And they say that this is how you can hack a website. This is how you can actually hack a this is how you can hack a website. This is how you can control your systems, blah blah blah. Why is that we are trying to show all those things to someone? You participants, please mute yourself. So when we are trying to learn something, when you're trying to teach something, when you're trying to train something on ethical hacking, the primary requirement, what I believe, is train the students to the only the level of knowledge what is needed to get into a company. Train the students only with that information which helps them to clear the interview. Varlakshmi Garu should raise the hand. Okay. If any questions are there in between, you can post it on chat window. So uh, now the big question here is, if you want to learn, yes, I have made 27 people to learn cybersecurity, ethical hacking, and forensics in the last 2 months. But if you ask every one of them what they learned, they never learned how they hack something. They learned if something is hacked, if a problem is created, how to clear that particular problem as a hacker in a way that he will not get to know that he is again hacking it. There are a lot of methods and techniques to teach. There are a lot of methods to learn. It's all dependent how you learn it. Now let us come back to the actual discussion for today. I'll present the slides here. So careers in cybersecurity. What sort of careers you have in cybersecurity? How is that we are going to do this? Someone messaged in chat window. Okay, people say that it's not working. The check the above link, it's working. Yes. So friends, the above link is working. So what sort of careers we can make out of cybersecurity? What is ethical hacking? What sort of future you have in cybersecurity? What sort of job roles you will get in cybersecurity? Now, if I roll out a poll, let me see if I can do that to roll a poll. I cannot do that because I'm not the host. And maybe the poll option should be activated at the settings. I'll roll out a questionnaire in the later part. I'll give it to sir so that he will send to all the participants. My simple question, because as an HR, I keep meeting a lot of engineering students taking their mock interviews and everything. When I take the mock interviews, when I look at the profile of everyone, when I look at the profile of everyone, there are wonderful questions I ask, which they might have not expected. Now, if I ask a question here, how many of you are very good at networking? I know very few hands will come. How many of you have the in-depth knowledge about the internal hardware of a computer or a mobile phone? Only very few have knowledge about it. We have learned final year students, they might have studied software engineering, they might have studied operating systems, they might have studied networking, network systems where there are 7 different layers in networks: operation layer, session layer, blah blah blah. And then in when you look at this software engineering, what is a waterfall method, what are the different techniques we use as a software engineer? We have a lot of content to learn, right? Now all these are textbook content. What is that we learned in practical? When I was working for Dell as a consultant, I saw the company training the employees on certain aspects where they will be given the most costliest computer. They need to dismantle that, they need to work on it, and then to again reassemble it properly like the way it was manufactured. If you want to get into the field of cybersecurity, it is very important that you need to have the preliminary knowledge or the basic knowledge of networking concepts. You should know what is networking. You should understand what is the system hardware, what sort of information you have inside a computer, what is an operating system. Today everyone puts on, publishes on their resume that I know Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 10. If I ask some option which is internally located in a control panel, they are not able to reach that particular option because they just see that operating system is a platform where you use the applications. But tomorrow, if you want to be an ethical hacking expert, you should know how Windows has been hacked. What are the tools that are present inside Windows? What is a firewall? What are the security features we have? How to control a security? How to control a Trojan? If I keep on discussing on all these aspects, trust me, it is going to go somewhere and you're really going to get wondered how big is cybersecurity. SQL injections, penetration testing, all these things are at the next level. These are the methods and techniques to use, that have been used to control or to repair an issue or to get an issue resolved. I'm not talking about the methods and techniques. Before you get into the methods and techniques, do you know what are the basics? If you want to get into a house which is locked, the first thing you need to go is you need to first have a lock, and you need to more for that. Beyond that, you should know how to operate that lock. Your dad has given you a scooter or a bike or a car, and he has also given a key, and he says now you enjoy. Now you have a car, you have a key, but still why you're not able to ride? Because you don't know what is internally there inside a car. Where should I put the ignition key, or where should I use the clutch? What is a brake? What is an accelerator? When should I use a handbrake? When we don't know the right basics or right inputs that are needed to be a cybersecurity expert, then there is no point of learning. If someone wants to say that, sir, I would like to be an ethical hacking expert in knowing how should I hack my Gmail password. No, why is that we are interested in doing a criminal activity in the beginning itself? It took 1.5 year for me to get certified and completely get to know the knowledge of ethical hacking and digital forensic. And I know how much I've spent on it, how much time I have taken for it. The reason why I'm telling all these things is you might think like, basics of computers. I know this. What is a RAM, ROM, RJ45? Few people doesn't know what is RJ45 also. I know what is a LAN port, what is a Cat6 cable. I know what is a Wi-Fi. Did we ever try to exploit or and explore and see how exactly a modem or a router works? Did we ever try to know what exactly is inside this tool or device which is helping us to get a Wi-Fi network? And what are the protocols that we are following inside this Wi-Fi network? What sort of systems are operated inside this? How is it connecting? In what packets of in what format the data is coming to us, like the signals are reaching us, and how is that we are able to use internet? It's a very, very, very vast subject that has an unlimited learning for the next 25 years or 30 years, my dear friends. It is not a subject who teaches now I'll teach you cybercrime or ethical hacking in the next 15 days and you will be an expert in ethical hacking. If someone says that, it is a big blunt mistake, because it's never ever ending. Today show me someone who can say that, okay, this is Microsoft Excel and you can learn Excel completely within 1 month. What is that word complete? It's not complete. Many people use Excel, but many people doesn't know how to write a macro in Excel. As a programmer, I have written hundreds of macros. I wrote, in fact, I hacked, I'm not supposed to say this, I hacked my own college server to know for the first time when I was in my engineering. I just tested it in my lab. I'm sitting on my client system. The server is somewhere located. Now, how is that I can access that server from here without noticing? And how is that I can see what data is in it? But I never used it for any wrong, because my mindset was prepared in such a way that I should use it for the right purpose. I know today how to get into someone's Instagram account and see this. But why we don't do it? People call me, people send me cases, sir, my mobile issue, my Facebook has got hacked, my Gmail has got hacked. People who ever are doing this, if you really want to get your cases resolved, you be an expert for yourself. If not, there is a procedure and protocol. But after all these things, even if you learn ethical hacking, if you want to establish your own company, if you want to work for yourself, trust me, there is a one big head above you, which is called police department. Because if someone comes to you and says, sir, my email ID has been hacked, my email ID has been hacked, so I'm not able to use my email ID, kindly help me to reset my password. Don't ever do it directly without the consent. Ask them to go to a police station, give a complaint, let it be there, and then come to you, and then you take an official record. Because tomorrow if someone else comes and says he is not the owner, I am the owner of that email ID, what is that you're going to do? You're into a big problem. Because I experienced this. One guy called me and said my uncle is missing. He has no phone. He has a phone but he's not answering it, but I know his email ID. Can we track him along using that email ID location, Google location? So can you help me to reset his password so that I can use the password and see where is he? I said, go to the police station, complain, and then come back. I'll give it. He argued me, I don't want to go to OPS. I said, finally, I'm not going to do it. The reason why I'm telling you all these stories, the reason why I wanted to put all these in front of you, the facts and figures, is very, very simple. That know what you are going to be and know why you are going to be that. It's very important. The subject you can learn for the next 25, 30 years till you retire, you keep learning, undoubtedly. But why is that you are learning? Is it for a good purpose or a bad purpose? Today, using Microsoft Excel, I can write a 10 lines of code which can crash an entire network. Today, using Microsoft Excel, I can write one program which can delete my entire data. Forget about Excel, forget about Windows. If many of you know this, disk operating system, DOS, where we use C++ in a DOS mode. Using the DOS mode, I can definitely delete a lot of information on your computer. Within the DOS mode, I can get into someone's system and I can intrude a lot of things. Why are these things there? Why should we do these things? So what is that you need to learn? What is that you need to be actually? What are the careers in cybersecurity? What sort of knowledge is required? What sort of packages are required? What sort of courses you are supposed to do? And when is that you are supposed to do? If your all final years are here along with the other first, second, and third years, my dear final year friends, the market is very, very, very fantastic these days that you don't know when you will get into the market. The recruitments are in a bad shape. The industries are in a bad shape, but still the gates are open only for those people who got certification, who got certification in these specialized areas of cyber, artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, blockchain. When I say fintech, blockchain, if you are certified in all this, then trust me, you have a great future. The company doors are still open, but the only challenge is it takes 3 to 6 months to get a certification done. It is not a certificate what you get in Amirpet SR Nagar. It is not a certificate you get in Bangalore or Chennai Paris or Bangalore MG Road. It is not a certificate what you just get from someone and say, yeah, I have completed this course. Course completion is different. Getting certified is totally different. Your resume carries a logo which says he is a certified. Like the police put a home quarantine stamp on those who are traveling. The same way, you will be having a stamp for lifelong that you're certified as this. And when you're certified, your resume has a higher weightage when compared with other people. There are ample internships you can do as a technology person in this particular cybersecurity during COVID. Till now, 7 people have completed internship in cybersecurity. I have made them to learn ethical hacking, the basics of forensic, and have given them real-time cases. They understood, they analyzed, they did not hack anything, but they presented how it can be reworked and how it can be resolved. Again, I'm reiterating, I'm not demonstrating to anyone how a hacking can be done, but how what are the procedures you need to follow. See, theoretically, if I speak all the procedures, only 40-50% of the people will be able to understand. Not even 40-50. 20 to 30 people will be able to understand. Rest cannot understand. Even out of these 20-30, whatever I explain theoretically, if I give a laptop and ask them to do that, then the people will get stuck, because theoretically we speak 100 things, but when you learn something visually, that is when you will be able to understand what is the seriousness or what is the severity of it. Now let us go one by one. What are the key challenges we have with cybersecurity? As we were just discussing, hacking, it is a major challenge. Every day we are getting hacking cases through OLX. It is not through Google Pay or Phone Pay, it is only through OLX. But via Phone Pay and Google Pay, you will get a human voice which says, as I just said, why don't you do this? Why don't you check this? I'll just try to show you. Someone is on the chat window. How can we identify our Gmail hack or not? I'll tell you, sir. Now, hacking is one thing, spying is the second thing. What is spying? This used to be there since a lot of days, lot many years. Nigha petadam, Telugu. If I say in Telugu, it is like nigha. Now, why is that we are doing it? Parents do this, especially on their children, boy or a girl. They make someone to see, like, okay, they ask the teacher or they ask their family friends or someone, keep an eye on my kid, keep an eye on my son or daughter, let me know what is happening around. Spying is always there. Only difference is we have come up with the technology, we have come up with digital learning or digital methods where we are getting some devices. I think see this. I don't know how many of you are able to see. 6 such cameras are installed across my house. This is an additional camera which I'm going to install. Why is that I need this camera? Why is that this needs to work? What are these aerials? How is this going to work? This has a LAN port on the back. Why is this required? Because when I'm not at home, when I'm not at office, I need to monitor what is happening around me. Okay, what is happening around me is what I need to monitor. That is the purpose of this small digital device, which costs around 2 to 3,000 rupees. Very simple. It's not going to cost much. But why I need a CC camera? Spy. I need to spy or monitor what is happening around me or around my house. And not only this, people spy you for different things. You don't know who is monitoring you on online. Recent days we had a discussion. Zoom is not secured. Zoom, I mean, Zoom has got a lot of hacking things. It is a Chinese software. Come on, something has happened in China. It doesn't mean that everything that is coming is from China. If that is a really insecure application, the entire world should have stopped using it. The entire world should not have continued it. Today, I see hundreds of meetings going on a daily basis only on Zoom. I don't know how many of you have been following since 2 months until today. In the last 2 months, Zoom has released 18 updates and more than 25 patches and upgraded to Zoom 5.0 with a high-end security application. Your application can be secured. Nobody can do it, hack it. Your browser can be secured. Nobody can hack it. But who is spying on you? There's a method. I'll tell you what is that. Data theft. When automatically a person spy into your system, automatically data theft is very much possible. If someone is continuously monitoring house from outside, when I'm not there in the location, when I'm not there at home, that's a big opportunity for them to rob. Now, why I'm saying this, many of us across social media, we post that today I'm leaving to so and so place, I'm going by air, I'm driving my car. We also upgrade photos, I mean, upload photos. We also, put the geotag location. I'm traveling from this to this. Now, what information are we giving to those spying people and hackers online? We are saying like, okay, you analyze, this person is currently here, to come back to his house or to his place he must take this much of time. So in order to avoid all these things, I mean, before that I need to come here, do the robbery or do whatever it is, and then I can go back. I have ample time, or I have no time. So there are a lot of calculations that are you are indirectly giving. When this spying happens, you'll be automatically helping them to rob your data from your computer. How can somebody rob your data? Very simple method. Many of us today, initially it started with WhatsApp, and then it started with WeChat, WeChat, blah blah blah, Instagram, Facebook, etc etc etc. We started uploading a lot of information. Now what is happening, there are a lot of dating apps. In the last 2 months, maximum cases have been filed because of the dating apps. People just throw out the money on it because they need entertainment. Parents don't know what is happening, they just throw the money on it. Now the biggest challenge is, are we sure that what app we are downloading? Are we having minimum information? Don't look at the ratings and believe that it has got a 4.8 out of 5. It has got a 4.5 out of 5. Is it having a digital certified certificate? Is it having a authenticated security certificate or not? How will you get to know that? What is the procedure? It is not something you can find easily on app that is highly protected. How is that you are going to use it? Not every app you see on the Google Play Store, any Play Store to that matter, is secured. Only very few are secured. Not every website you open is secured. Not every information you browse is secured. Without our knowledge, we are allowing someone to intrude our computer, look at our data, and then take it back. And that is how bank robberies are happening. Very simple example, friends. OTP. In a week, there are more than 50 cases. Even after being so knowledge, even after being so educated, even after giving so many warnings, somebody calls and says, we are calling from this particular bank, an upgradation is happening on your card, we will just get a OTP, kindly inform us, and we'll see if the OTP is working, then your card is updated or not. We'll give the OTP, and you find that amount got deducted, and you will ask next time, again he will call, and you will ask next time, are amount got deducted, and he will say, no, no, nothing to worry, because of this transaction, I mean, monitoring and updation it is happening, your amount will immediately get rolled back in another 2 to 3 minutes. And we blindly believe it. Girls, you upload your photos on various platforms, you take video calls, you take a lot of other calls. Whom you are talking to? Who is actually monitoring your data? Who is actually saving your data? It's not you are the one who is talking to you. There is a person in between who has a third party server. How do you know that server? How do you protect your server? I know a person who is very normally qualified, not a great MS or MTech, but he wrote his entire operating system program for his mobile. The one operating system which was given by the company is not the operating system he's maintaining today. Very few people are interested like this. Many students do this. They develop apps, they do this. But why are we doing it? How is that we are securing it? Takes time to identify the criminals as they keep moving and changing devices. Physical crime, yes, I can catch hold of with the CC camera. Being associated with the police department and known very people, I know a lot of people who have been caught hold of because of all these crimes today. But what is an online crime? If somebody sits in Rajasthan and does a crime and then takes out my money from my account, whom shall I complain? Police. When will I get my money? The same thing happened with my brother. He lost 30,000 in a span of 2 minutes from OLX. Just that he did not identify. The fraud fellow has sent an information saying like, you authenticate this, I'll pay you the money. 2 times they have authenticated. third time when they looked at already they lost 29,000 and odd from the account. They did not authenticate. They called me immediately. Karthik, this is what the problem. I said, stop it. And I immediately ran to their house, looked at the data, tried to identify. I could find out the person is located very well in Hyderabad within 10 kilometers range. And that's all happening with an Indian Army logo. And when I went to the police station taking these two people, because the mobile was from my brother and the account hacked was his wife. So I need to have these two people. When I went to the police station, I said, trust me, there is a huge line of people standing saying like my account got hacked, my money is gone. When are they going to catch hold of? Cotton boxes of cases are in pending. Today, the world is in need of some lakhs of cybersecurity experts. As I initially said, if you're certified, yes, chalo, the company is going to pay a huge salary. Forget about being a C, C++, Java.NET programmer. You be someone with a big knowledge. Take a big pay. Make your career guaranteed for the next 20 years, not even 5 years. How is that you are going to do? Application or tools and browser security management. As I just said, your application is secured. Windows is secured. It's a licensed version. Your Zoom is secured. It's a licensed version. Your antivirus is secured. It's a licensed version. Your browser is also secured because it has all updates. Now still your data is going out. How? Simple. Now whoever is on my screen, all the 100 participants or whoever are on YouTube, you might not know, or someone must be there in your particular system or in your group of people who must be doing a screen recording. That is an application where you don't need anyone's permission. So if somebody is recording this information directly on their screen, they can use it the way they want it to. This is what we call piracy in movie language. Now, how will I catch hold of someone who is doing it? I have written a program for myself, and my system can identify when I'm on a particular activity. If some new activity is being taken up, that will automatically pop up me that this alert has come in, what you should do. I know how to control. And today I have got all secured information. But hardware knowledge, as I said, networking, know the basics of networking, how many layers, what is a protocol, what is a X.25 protocol, what is X.44 protocol, where is it used, operating systems, Windows, Ubuntu, Linux, Kali Linux, lot of things, devices, how do you handle a device, how a Wi-Fi router can be hacked, how a normal router can be hacked, how a normal mobile device can be hacked, what is on internet. Many students doesn't even care to know what is hypertext transfer protocol, HTTP, HTTPS. What is that you see as a website secured? What sort of logo you find at the bottom of the screen? What are the various protocols? What are the various threats we have? Trojan is one of the biggest threat. I still remember it was in the month of April when I was doing a session on cybersecurity along with some legal advisors. I wanted to really practically demonstrate what is a threat looks like and how will it damage. I demonstrated it on my other laptop. I took out all the antivirus, firewall protection, everything. Then I have downloaded an application. I told the people, this is the last time you are going to see me on Zoom on this particular device. Within 10 minutes, I'll log into other device and I'll show you what happened on my laptop. And when I have downloaded it, I ran the program, installed the program. Within 5 minutes after installation, it prompted for a restart of the computer. I restarted it. Nothing was there on my computer. The data got deleted. The information got deleted. I seriously maintained one dummy laptop only for this demonstration. People can see it. It will not have any data, only some test data. Now, how is it getting deleted? How are you again getting it back? How many days? It took almost 4 days for me to retrieve my data. Now, what are the different types of viruses we are getting in market? The way we are getting new phones in the market, the way we are getting new gadgets in the market, we are getting very new viruses in the market, which you can't even spell out or imagine, okay, this is a virus or a malware. You don't know how it intrudes. It can come in the form of an app. It can come in the form of an advertisement. It can come in the form of a website. It can come in the form of a text message on your phone saying like, this is a feedback or this is from this company. Click this, you will get this. Unfortunate thing is we run around the website who says you have a free gift, claim it. Spin this wheel, your free gift comes in. You spin it and you stop it, you lost something. You don't know what you lost. And when will you identify? After the entire damage happens. Do not spin whatever you see on the screen. Vulnerability. What is the vulnerability level? What is the, if you check the vulnerability level of our individual mobile phones and devices, they're at high risk. Anybody can intrude into it. What are the common words that are used in the cyber world apart from hacking? There are a lot of things you need to learn. If you take one particular topic among these, I say hardware, it takes at least 3 months. If you take networking, take it granted for the next 3 months. Someone message, I won 15,000 bonus, like that also related to hacking. Not only that, sir, you get a job, you got a lottery, you got a, click this to meet your celebrity, and click this to visit your celebrity website, and click this to chat with your celebrity. Do you think all the celebrities are so free and jobless to sit and chat with us? Not even a small TV star will do that because they know how busy they are. How do you expect a celebrity to come and chat with you? And they say that to chat with your celebrity only register by paying this. And I don't know how many of us pay for it. I give you a small example. In last week, I got a case, and this fellow, what he did, he just paid money for an email where they said, you have got a job with this company and your interview is scheduled at Delhi, and you pay us this much money as an initial security deposit, and once you come here by air, we'll pay you your security deposit and that flight ticket, and also we'll send you back with flight ticket if you get selected with the job. This fellow has blindly paid 15,000, what, one, not even one or two. And I asked him, if I teach you today with just I mean, 2,000 rupees or 3,000 rupees, how you can protect yourself in cyber security? He says, sir, I cannot pay. I don't have money. Why? Because I just lost the money. You're ready to put the money in front of all those nonsense activities and pay to those fellows who are cheating you, and you're not ready to learn. Go and invest the money in some learning that will help you to protect yourself. Now, what happened? He lost the money, and it takes years together to investigate. There is nothing in his hand. Why is that we are blindly going? Learn the things, learn networking, learn operating system properly. Operating system is not just a Windows platform or GUI interface, what you see, a graphical user interface where you download the stuff. It is not that. Research on it. You can do a huge project of finally using Windows 10. You can do a huge project using Microsoft Office. How many of us know how impressively to use Microsoft PowerPoint? There are a lot of things, sir. You take one topic from whatever the things you see on the screen, your final year project is ready, your internship is ready. In fact, your research can be done on one of these things. If you look at the if I say vulnerability, or if you look at the networking, or even if you want to work on spam mails, being an IT fellow, you can work on it, you can do a PhD on it. Only problem is how much visibility we have, how much consciousness we have, how much passionate we are to plan our future for the next 10, 15 years by learning something new. Invest your money on something where you are getting returns in the form of a career, not in the form of anything else. If someone asks you where did you put your money, I invested on this where I see my next 10, 15 years of career. Now let us see next one. Why to learn this? Cybersecurity is an evergreen industry. You travel across the world, a career that serves a greater good, a chance to work with secret agencies. I personally tackle with a lot of cases. In the last 3 days, I didn't even properly sleep. I dealt with a major case with top-notch 2 IPS officers and one non-IPS, and we finally resolved the case as per the deadline that we have given. And that is being done. We have worked with officers. We are still getting cases on personal note. You can be a consultant, but with an approval. With an approval. No mathematics. You don't need to write any algorithm. You don't need to calculate anything. 1 plus 1 equal to 11. No, that's my mathematics. I took 2 years to complete my M1, M2 in engineering. I know how good I am in mathematics. Unfortunately, my family deals with mathematics, and I'm so good in it. But today I'm dealing with some subject where I don't need maths. I'm completely. I don't say I don't deal. I don't completely touch mathematics because I'm an HR analyst and I deal with analytics. I teach analytics, so my mathematics knowledge is improved now. Unlimited potential, plenty of opportunities, a variety of industries to choose, job that never gets boring, fast, fat paychecks, not fast, fat. If a fresher you are getting 15,000 today as a C++ Java programmer, or your package is 3.5, it is at least 5.5 to 7.5 as a cybersecurity fellow. Your check size is very big. Your shirt size increases then. Your pocket size increases then. Your dress size increases then. And your lifestyle increases then. But don't get that to your head. That will decrease a lot of things. Entry level IT jobs. These are some of the jobs which, as a fresher, you can claim. When will you get into a systems administrator? If you know what are the basics of your entire computer, internal system knowledge. What is the hardware you have? What sort of information you have inside it? If you know that, yes, how to manage all the systems, how to get onto them to network. Database administrator. Why you need a database administrator in cybersecurity? To protect your data by writing your own SQL codes or any other code and ensuring that no intrusion happens to modify or delete that particular data. Web administrator. So many people are saying, students, like, I'm doing web designing, I know this, I know this. But how securely we are preparing our websites? What protocol or what framework did we design? That's important. Web developer. When I say web developer, we have a lot of web developing tools that you can use for designing a website. Network administrator, IT technician, security admin. You know, security admin who allows the entire systems how they work and how they should not. He gives the permission. Even a network engineer needs to get permission from the security admin. I need to install this application on this particular. I need to connect it to the network. Give me a permission. Network engineer, computer software engineer. Now this side you see computer forensic analyst. Now these are the common things which you saw till now. Advanced, you can become recovering, I mean, a forensic analyst in terms of recovering deleted files, interpreting data. Just give me 1 minute. Someone is on the chat. Vulnerability experts plus cryptographer job plus forensic experts, certified students. Scope of future is salary can expect. Yes, sir. I'll definitely tell you this. Now, interpreting data linked to crime, analyzing mobile phone records, pursuing data trials, CISO, Chief Information Security Officer, penetration tester, we call it as pen testing, and then IT security consultant. Now, here, responsibilities, what do you do? What are your responsibility? Cyber incident response, you take care of vulnerability and detection assessment. Trust me, I'm going to do an audit very soon on VAPT, vulnerability and penetration testing assessment. I'm going to audit a company apart from for their security levels, for which it takes at least 2 days for me to audit their computers and certify that they're secure to use. Very soon, I'm going to start it in Hyderabad. Investigation techniques, cyber risk and strategic analysis, network system engineering, and digital forensic. These are some of the responsibilities which you can definitely have. Now, when I discuss about the chat options, when I go to the chat and when I see, just give me 1 minute. I was on chat. Girigar was asking something. Vulnerability expert or cryptographer job, sir, I don't think you can get into all the three. I'm sure you cannot get into all the three at one time, but if you want to be a vulnerability expert, you can be, or cryptographer job, it's fine. Or you want to be a forensic expert in a particular area, not everything. Again, the salaries starts from a minimum of 6.5 to 8.5. This is what the companies are ready to pay at this point of time. The salaries are very high, the options are very high, the the things what you are going to get in this are very, very advantageous. And trust me, the future is going to be guaranteed for the next 20 years. Now, how is that you should learn? What are the things you should learn in terms of these things, and how much is that they are going to cost you? You just go ahead and spend. If you're getting some, just give me 1 minute on chat window. Yes, sir, I just answered this. Giri sir, I just answered. I mean, you asked a question, how can we identify for Gmail hacked or not? Simple, you cannot open your Gmail account, number one. And number two, if somebody is receiving some other email which is not relevant to you and you got to know that, that means it's already hacked. And all about all these things, since we are on a digital age, you'll get a message on your mobile phone that there is an authentication change. At least by then you need to be alert. That's simple. Now, when I look at all these career aspects or prospects, how is that you can learn? There are a lot of certification programs that you need to learn. Trust me, if you are getting into the world of cyber, you can still use IoT, you can still use artificial intelligence. Even today, HR departments needs a cybersecurity expert. A company certainly needs a cybersecurity expert, because it is just like a fellow who stands outside the company or house to protect the entire resources. You're going to protect your organization with your expertise. You're going to protect your company with your expertise. How can you can do a certification on hardware, You can do a certification on networking. You can do a certification on operating system. You can do a certification on devices like modem, Wi-Fi routers, etc. There are a lot of certification programs which would cost you really, really friendly way, like somewhere around 10,000 to 15,000. But if you think that, oh my God, do I need to spend 15,000 today? Absolutely, boss. You are going to have a big career. The body with which you get certified is not a small one. And the best advantage of getting certified, if you're getting certified from a particular body, you're getting into the network of those companies who will be working with this particular body of certificating. Okay. And your profile will always be there with them, and they will directly contact you saying, we got to know that you are certified in this from this particular body. So now we are looking for an expert. Will you be available for us? Who Instead of you searching for something, someone is searching for you. Today the world is absolutely in need of more than 1 lakh experts. 1 lakh is a very small number, I said, but how many are we getting? How many people do have in this world today who are really ready to work as a cybersecurity expert? Unfortunate thing is we feel like we know every single activity, but unless or until we get into that and we actually try to know the in depth of it, we will not be able to know what exactly has been there in it. How exactly are we supposed to look into it? There are a lot of challenges, there are a lot of options, there are a lot of things that you need to learn. But one thing I would like to inform everyone, if you are very eager to learn all these things, it takes certain time. It is not a process that gets completed in a day or two or in a minute or 10 minutes. You need to take time, you need to learn the things. And when you seriously look into it, I can advise only those serious students who would like to make a big career out of this particular activity. And I'll show you one more. Just give me 1 minute. I mean, like, this is not going to be a small task where everyone feel like, okay, today I have done this, today I have done this. I mean, Girigaru, he knows it. How many sessions I have done, how many awareness programs I have been doing in terms of security aspect, in terms of addressing the people, like how secure they should be, what sort of importance that is there, what sort of the things that they are supposed to learn. The people who have completed the cybersecurity course from me today, they're saying like they are already started applying for the companies. In fact, I'm referring them to certain set of companies because I know what is their capability. You can be an expert in computer forensic. You can be an expert in cyber forensic. I have a lot of manuals. I have collected more than hundreds of books in terms of conducting these training programs. But I can give all those books to all of you. But what is that it is going to help you all? How is that you are going to look at it? Is what the question here is. So, my dear friends, let us now go ahead and have some interaction. Whoever would like to ask any question, whoever would like to know how exactly to undergo training or have any doubts, only that particular person can initially unmute themselves and then ask a question. Let me see whatever the answers you need. I'll try to get it done. It's over to audience now. Right, just give me 1 minute before you go ahead and take it up. I wanted to show you something important as I initially discussed. Someone is there on the chat window. Uh, okay, just give me 1 minute. Let me show you something important which I was just discussing. Right, here it is. Here it is. I wanted to show. As I said initially, very recently we did a session on cyber challenges in terms of women protection and girl child protection. There were a lot of things that we were discussing on this. So I wanted to simply project something which is seriously important for all of you. See, these are, I mean, like, this is one of the data I would like to show. This is a body that is managed by Government of India, where you get very realistic information, where you can find such data which will really help you to understand what type of crimes are happening in the society and what are the things that were supposed to be taken care, right? Just give me 1 minute to let that slide open here. I mean, the website is opening. Because if you really don't do a research, if you still have time, do a ample research on that required subject or expertise area, where you will get to know what sort of things are happening around. See, if you really want to do a project work or research work, this is a website which will give you the real time data of whatever the incidents have happened in the past few years. You can click any of these things. See, victims of rape, crimes committed, victims of, I mean, crime against women, and then all these things. You have a lot of digital details in the same thing. See, I'll show you one more thing on the same website. This is something that is maintained completely by the um, Department of Government, the Government of India, as a part of security. And you have a lot of other platforms where you will easily get to know like what exactly you want to do and where you want to, I mean, what you want to learn. I mean, that website has got some problem. So this is what, see, kindly bear with me for 1 minute. This is actual status today. Why we need cybersecurity experts? People doesn't know how to report the crime, first of all. And reporting incident will not help. Just giving a complaint is not going to. They need to follow up. People are not doing it because they need some expert to help in that. Fearing harassment is a problem. When I show all these things to you, when I say all these things or share all these things to you, you might feel like, okay, is this really something that we need to do or we need to learn? Absolutely, this is what you are going to learn, and this is what you are going to do for the next few years if you want to be a cybersecurity expert, right? So now you can ask questions, you can raise your hand, or you can pose your questions on chat, and let us interact for a few 10-15 minutes, and then we can wind up.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hi, good afternoon.
Sir, I'm Hafiz and I'm from the Mechanical Engineering Department of the KHIT.
Yes, sir.
Sir, well, my question is, today we are all using the social websites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube.
Yes, sir.
On that, I see some like interacting me, sir, that today we are all know about the all engineering students are doing the internship programs.
Right.
Sir, my doubt is, I also see some internship programs that comes to my mail and on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
If it is or it is safe, sir, that I can access the that internship program on Instagram or Facebook, like that social websites.
Okay. Now, are you getting this information by email, or are you getting it on Facebook or Instagram or anything? Are you getting an
Instagram
official
and
email?
Facebook, sir.
It's not coming to your email, right?
Yes,
It's
sir.
not coming to your email. Now let me make it very simple. Whether you get it on an email, whether you get it on Facebook or Instagram, wherever it is, first and foremost thing is you research on it. What is the company? Where is it located? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And try to identify the resources, other resources where you can get to know about that particular company from different sets of people. Like you can ask
Okay,
your
sir.
teachers, or you can ask your TPO or friends. Like, I just got this email, is it correct? Because when we try to buy a car, when we try to go to a movie, we make 100 inquiries, right? The same way,
Yes, sir.
when you're trying to do an internship with a company, you first try to get to know about that organization. Who is the person dealing with this? What sort of things they are doing? What are they actually into? And is it a trustable one? If they say that you do your internship within 1 week, trust me, no company is going to give an internship for 1 week. And number two, if you really contact them, if you really get to know and have a chance to talk to them, ask them 100 questions. No worries. This is what my, like what you are asking me. What is your company all about? Where are you located? And why do you think this internship will help me? On what aspects do I need to do? And this is the area what I want to learn. Will you help me to learn and do an internship? Who are the experts you have? I mean, the more you probe and investigate, what will happen, if he's a real true person, he will be able to answer every single question of yours.
Okay,
If
sir.
he's a fake person, he will say, I'll get back to you with the answer, and he will never get back. Okay.
Okay, sir.
But trust me, there are a certain set of companies. Now even I'm associated with a couple of companies, so we are able to do that internship. We had people from Shastra and SRM who completed their internships on from the fields of MBA engineering also. They did it on cyber security. But if at all, if you really wanted to do some internship, identify a company, know the company completely, and also ask what expertise you are going to get from that internship with relevance with to your knowledge. Like, you're from mechanical, how is that
Yes, sir.
cyber security will be helpful in mechanical? Very simple. You are a mechanical engineer, you are developing you work in an industry, manufacturing industry or something. Now say for example, we have got very recently, I don't know you are aware of it or not, companies have started preparing digital e-lockers where you can unlock your entire digital system with your smartwatch, right?
Yes, sir.
Or if you are into
Yes, sir.
some sort of manufacturing of cars or anything, how is that you are going to secure the data? I mean, you may not get into that particular stream. The biggest problem here with the engineers this generation is they're not working on a cross discipline mode. You're a mechanical engineer, you work with a company where cybersecurity is a major role. Now you're manufacturing a product, sit with the other team of experts from that particular cybersecurity. This is the product we are developing. This needs to be very secure. So what technology are you going to put into this? Accordingly, we'll design the car and other devices.
Yes, sir.
So this cross-discipline knowledge will help you to learn. I'm from an IT background in my engineering when I was doing it, but my final year project I have done it in electronics and communications. The reason I wanted to get into a cross-discipline, I said, let me see what is there in that analog and digital communication, how a wavelength is checked. So I could release. I mean, we worked on a live project, and we worked at NARL, and we released a live balloon for tsunami, and it worked properly.
Yes, sir.
So there are a lot of options, sir. You first try to, everyone, not only our friend, everyone, whoever are trying to do an internship or learn applying with a company or anything. Many TPOs will be saying this. Colleges will be saying this. Research the company. When you're researching to buy a shirt, when you're researching to go for a movie, when you're researching on certain aspects of entertainment, why can't we research on what you want to learn and what you want to get? Do it, investigate it, discuss with your parents, discuss with your friends. Once you feel like, okay, it is trustable, I can get into it. That's when you get into it. Don't blindly believe everyone. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right.
Sir, and I have
Yeah.
another doubt, sir.
Yes, please.
As you have worked as the HR,
Yeah.
that our engineering students and most other outer students also taking so many achievements like internship programs, or like they gaining some engineering achievement certificates that like
Right.
that they are winning and competitions. Is
Right.
that achievements are will be
Considered or not?
interviewed at last, sir?
They will be considered, sir. If you say that you have done an internship in cybersecurity and if you publish it on your resume,
Okay,
okay.
sir.
Now what I will do, my entire focus is on that particular internship because the company would like to know what is that you are different from others. Why
Yes.
you did that? Okay. If you say that I have done an internship on HR analytics, leave about other rest of the things on the resume. Let me only talk about this. Because company is looking for, see, I'll tell you a small example, sir. If you just publish a project being a mechanical engineer, saying like I've done this project, and if it is a very simple project which any HR, a normal human being can understand, there is no big difference. You will be made to sit in front of all the new trainees or with all the other freshers, right? But if you work on a project which is really fantastic from your expertise, and when you explain that project, the company should feel this guy can directly sit with the senior team of experts and there he can start working, make that difference. That's what we look at. So we want to have such people on board where they're not just passing out of engineering, they're not just coming up with a certificate or a minimum project sense. It doesn't matter how many projects you do, it matters how what one single project you have done which makes a big difference from others. How are you going to stand different from others, sir?
Okay, sir. Thank you,
Right.
sir.
Right. Before someone asks a question, I just wanted to quickly share one screen here, which I was discussing about. See this. I hope you're all able to see. Traditional wear or sari challenge. This is what happened. This was in Bangalore, published by Times of India. This company has taken up, and please, I'm again warning boys also, girls also, do not share any such your personal information or any such photograph in a way which can be misused by anyone. This is what I just wanted to say. And well, I stop here again. Now the discussion goes. Chat, we have a lot of chat questions. Right. Sir is answering everything. So, right. Any other questions? Anyone wants to ask anything here?
447, carry on. 447, please carry on.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir. If someone is interested to learn how to do a course, what you want to learn, I'm dropping my, you know, I'll just share my information. You can write an email to me. I'm always available. You can see it on the screen, and you can write an email and ask to let me know what you want to learn, and I can help you with that. Or you can send me a WhatsApp also. I'm in fact trying to have a group of people because very soon I'm coming up with my own cybersecurity lab. So the work is already going on with one of the college who gave us support to in terms of infrastructure to establish this. So who are seriously interested, they can get this knowledge. But trust me, friends, I'm not a fellow who is giving it for free. I'm sorry again.
Thank you. One question, sir, from my side.
Sir,
Certification and certified, you telling about certification is from which course of which space of certification, such Cisco, like Cisco, those are valued, no? What are the
yes, sir.
what do you think about certification?
You have a lot of the companies like you can get certification from Microsoft in hardware. You can set certification from Cisco in networking. You can get certified from IBM in network management. Okay, there are direct websites, but with those who are seriously interested, if you mail me, if you send me a mail or WhatsApp, I'll send all the links where you can get certified on this. Okay, but before you go for a certification, I suggest you have some minimum knowledge of what you want it to be. And I also suggest when you do the certification, if you have a minimum knowledge to clear an interview and get into the company, then if you opt for a certification after 2-3 months, you know what will happen? The company will take the responsibility of getting you trained from that particular certification body at the cost of the company, where you save your entire money. You don't need to spend a single penny from your pocket. That is also there. There's a trade secret. Usually many people don't speak out, but I spoke it out.
Suryakiran, you carry on, Amma. Suryakiran 447, please carry on.
Yeah, Mr. Kiran. I'm not sure if everyone are able to see me, but
Madhura sir,
447, ask the question by unmute yourself.
unmute, because it is a ventriloquism then.
447, raise your hands, you can unmute yourself.
make it fast, ma. Sorry, more sessions, please.
Guys, in a day, I'm dealing with at least 7-8 sessions. This is my, I don't know, even a serious worker will be so busy in the office or not. My laptop will die for one
One
day.
more request from my side, sir. Need to talk about the, how to interview skills, sir. Interview, because very important, na.
Interview skills, that's a very big topic. We are doing, actually have a session on 11th on this interview skills. We are doing it with another college. What is it all about? What I suggest is, why can't we have this as another session? Interview skills. It takes at least 1 hour. Because
Okay.
if I just give a heads up information like this is what happens in interview, people will again take it very light. But if I show them the reality, because yesterday afternoon I have done mock interviews for 18 students or online, and they got to know how an interview works. Now they're joining me for learning. So if you are all seriously interested, we can plan one more session in the same week, and we can actually take it up.
11th, only students or faculty, sir? I mean, sorry, students also, KHD students also can attend.
That I will check and I'll get back to you, sir. I think it is accessible. We are sharing the link. I'll have a word with him and I'll get back to you, sir. I'll
So
share it
internship,
with you and Madharo, sir, both.
so please, sir. Internships also, I think, cyber internships from
Cyber
your side.
internship, I'm encouraging, sir, but they need to learn certain basics, and that's when they'll be able to do the internship, sir. So what am I teaching is in terms of the hardware networking knowledge as a part of forensic, and the basics of hacking, where they get to know what happens in hacking and how to avoid it. So what tools are used for this? I'm not showing them how to completely hack a device, because that's not needed at this point of time.
I seen one of your brochures, sir, HR and training. What is the fees? I mean, how many days the training program is going to happen, sir? Isn't
For that HR and training, initially we planned it for 15 days, but it is going to happen a minimum of 10 days, sir, to maximum of 20 days.
Okay. So any students, please?
If anyone is interested, they can join. The fee details are also on this. Sir, I got
Okay, sir.
email
Okay.
about international scholarship in my Gmail. Is it real? Now, when you get an email in your Gmail, when you get an email about international achievements, or I mean awards or international advertisements, the first thing you need to look at is the subject. Don't open any email without reading the subject of that email. Now, when we get the email, look at the subject. If it says, okay, you have won the lottery, somebody is waiting for you, or you have got, congratulations, you are selected, don't blindly open the email. If you open it, if you look at the content, if it is only 2 or 3 lines, and if you suspect that email ID is not absolutely correct, because there will be certain things which looks very weird and suspicious. In that case, you try to see if that website is operating or not. And even if that website is operative, try to see if it is a secured website or not. But kindly do not respond. In such cases, every one of you, if you have any such doubts where you are thinking that it can be used or not, forward that email to me. Make a note of that email. I'll help you to understand that.
Madhura, sir, can you
Okay,
wind up,
sir.
sir?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, first of all, I would like to question on behalf of our
Sir,
KHIT
sir,
students.
sir.
As per the recent print media and electronic media information, by 2025, there was a huge demand of cyber security experts of 5 crores. I think so. Right now, uh, the availability of cybersecurity experts may be in thousands, maybe expected to 5 crores. Does it continue for a long time? It is only few years. Cybersecurity.
It is not the trend that has come because of Corona, sir. It is the future for the next 20 years, which is highly predictable, where one can get assured that they are going to be there with the company.
Okay.
Because not only cybersecurity, even if it is on artificial intelligence, right? As a part of that, AI, IoT, and cybersecurity, no one need to bother. The next 20 years is a guaranteed bond that their jobs are going to be highly safe and secure. Maybe they might change the company, but the domain is not going to get collapsed.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. And in addition to that, does it require any prerequisite like BTech mandate, like MSc mandate, or master's degree or postgraduate
Yes,
degree?
sir. The one thing is, if at all, if a person has just completed engineering, and if a person is really willing to get an expert into this, there are short-term courses where they can go for like a PGDM or something kind of, where I can say these courses are a 3 months, 6 months courses offered by many universities and many companies through online, which can be taken, and they get certified and they get again titled as, we have some PGDM courses in management. It's the same way in terms of cybersecurity, in terms of AI, they have short-term courses. What I will do is I'll share with you, sir, Madhav sir. You have the email
Okay.
IDs of all our participants. You can mail all these details to the participants along with the PPT, so that will be useful for them. And whoever needs more information, they can contact me on this.
So thank you very much, sir.
I'll share all
Thank
the
you.
supporting information to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, I would like to propose a vote of thanks with your permission.
One second, sir.
Please,
One
please,
second.
sir.
So before that, Giridhar sir is going to say something. Anything else?
I just want to say, related to internships, like whatever any help from Stumax, please download Stumax app, sir. Kindly. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Certainly, that one also I will share to my students. So
Thank you so
before
much.
that, before wind up the session, I would like to propose word of thanks. Sir, first of all, I have to come to know from the session, the sky is not limit to know about the cyber security. Previously, I come to know cyber security is the person only one or two people are enough for the company. But from your session, I come to know every point of the activity organization, we need to have cyber security. That means your sky is not limited, is unlimited. So very fortunate to have the session of cyber security and jobs available in the present world of cyber security. Thank you very much, Kartikeya Kumar sir. At the same time, our student, maybe it is a foreign to them. Most of the mechanical, civil, and computer science have joined. They would certainly get some more information from the further session, and they were very happy with
Okay.
your
Okay.
presentation, sir. So mostly your training sessions information also I would like to share with the students with your permission,
Yes, sir.
because some of the guys are more interested towards learning of cyber security. So
Sir,
thank
sir.
you on behalf of our KHIT, particularly from chairman, director, and principal, and our faculty fraternity. And beyond all that, particularly if our students community expressed their gratitude and special thanks to Karthikeya Kumar sir for sparing your valuable time. And also my gratitude towards Giridhar Garu for giving such a wonderful opportunity to our student. And further also we need to see such a Karthikeya Kumar sir, such a great people to join with our KHIT community. I don't think so. It won't be end. It will be. It is the beginning of the days of the session. Thank you, Karthikeya Kumar sir, for joining with us. And I
Thank you very
request
much.
all the participants give big hands to our Karthikeya Sumar by clapping all of you, by unmuting.
Sir,
Thank you
sir.
so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Clap.
One more question required, sir.
Yes, sir.
Clap all the people. Clap.
Oh my God. Thank you so much.
So I need to see big sound, applause, because we are in invisible manner. So stand up ovation, we feel it is a Karthikeya Kumar sir on behalf of KHIT.
Thank you so much, sir. That was
Thank
a
you.
real fantastic one.
Thank
I did not expect this.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you for joining with us. Say thank you to Karthikeya Kumar sir all by saying thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You're all welcome,
Thank
friends.
you, sir.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Thank
much,
you all.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
So seems you all had very
Thank
much
you,
breakfast.
sir.
Yes. sir. Thank you.
Right, sir. Thank you so much. Have a great day, friends. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
So we will send the registered mails feedback link, sir.
Sir, I'm leaving the meeting.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for valuable time.
For EC guys, today we have evening session of communication class at 4 o'clock. Thank you.
Nice.